Hello, welcome to the tutorial on types of data part 2. At the end of this topic, you will be able to explain what dependent and independent variables are, differentiate between dependent and independent variables, explain what structured and unstructured data is, differentiate between structured and unstructured data. Let us begin with independent variables. Independent variables are the ones whose values do not depend on any other variables. Their values can be changed or manipulated easily. For example, the number of calls you make in a day or the amount you spend on any given day and so on could be examples of independent variables as their values do not depend on variables in the data. Dependent variables are the ones whose values depend on other independent variables and cannot be changed easily. They bear a relationship with different variables. Changing the value of the independent variables will affect the value of the dependent variable. For example, the battery percentage of your smartphone will depend on a lot of factors including the number of calls made or the duration of the calls. This variable, that is battery percentage, is a dependent variable whose values would depend on the number of calls and the duration of calls, which are independent variables. We will deal with dependent and independent variables while we learn about the machine learning models later in the training. The diagram given here shows the difference between dependent and independent variables. Let us now discuss about structured data. What is structured data? As the name suggests, we need to have a structure for our variables. Structured variables always have a format or structure when they are stored. For example, the phone book of your smartphone follows a structure so that whenever you add a new contact, it gets displayed in the same format where it shows the first name and the last name along with the contact number. Another example would be your results, which get displayed online in the same format for each of the students. It shows the subjects' names along with the marks and the status pass or fail. Here, the data is structured in a proper tabular format. By tabular format, we mean the variables and their values are displayed in different rows and columns. The first row contains the row header, also called the variable name, which tells us what information each column contains. The subsequent rows contain values of these variables for different data points. The machines can easily read this kind of data, and we can always carry out mathematical treatment with these data points for numeric variables. Example of a structured data is given here. It contains the marks obtained by different students in different subjects. Similarly, we have unstructured data. So what is unstructured data? As the term suggests, the data which does not have a well-defined structure and is not arranged in any tabular format is called unstructured data. This kind of data is easily readable for humans, but is difficult for machines to read. For example, the messages you receive in your smartphone or your WhatsApp conversations. They do not follow any pattern or structure and don't have any tabular format. It can be very easily understood by the humans, but too difficult to comprehend for machines. A text extracted from your favorite novel or comments on your social media account, an image, an audio clip, all these do not have structure of their own and are hence examples of unstructured data. But you must be thinking, if the machines are unable to read the images or audio data, then how come the image recognition of Facebook is able to identify you once you upload any of your pictures, and how Siri or Alexa works by easily responding to your voice commands? As you are also aware that these technologies use machine learning for making smart decisions, the solution is very simple. The machines first convert the unstructured data into a structured format so that they can easily read and work with them. For example, let us consider the example discussed earlier. We have used the comments collected from social media about a particular model of a mobile phone which is not working properly. People have posted their complaints and negative reviews of the phone on Facebook. This is an example of unstructured data. So, how do machines convert this data into a structured format? First of all, Machines extract a keyword from each of the comments. The keyword is extracted based on the placement of the word in the comments and frequency of occurrence of that word. Next, it creates a matrix based on those words and assigns value to each of those words, known as term frequency, which is actually the value of frequency of occurrence in the comments. Once the matrix is created, the machines can very easily understand and read the data and work with them. Now let us consider another example. We have images of persons. Let us find out how the machines convert these images into a structured and readable format. First of all, the machine transforms and captures the images into a format where only eyes, nose, lips and jawline is visible. Next, it breaks the captured image into 128 pixels and creates an outline based on the image. Next, it assigns values and creates a matrix based on these pixel points. The matrix is unique for each person's image. Once we have the unique matrix, the machine very easily reads that data as it is in a structured format and models those images. Don't worry if you don't fully understand how unstructured data is converted into structured data. Knowing what kind of data can be called unstructured and knowing that machines always convert this kind of data into some structured data equivalent is sufficient at this stage of the training. That's it in this tutorial. See you in the next one.